Guys, I did in fact cry. Just look at these babies. When bad weather leaves each of them stranded at the airport for the holidays, a tech entrepreneur, a travel writer, a devoted mother and her son, a stubborn senior, an enigmatic woman with a hint of mystery, a couple traveling from Hong Kong, and a social media influencer all agree to rent a shared van to embark on a road trip to Denver. And it's inspired by true events. In my head, it is so difficult to pull off a story like this because there are so many characters who all have their own thing going on, but at the same time, you have to put them together in the same scenes and you have to figure out how they're going to interact with each other. This was the best that I've seen Hallmark pull off something like this. Initial worries going into this movie was that I thought a lot of it was going to take place in the van, and I wasn't sure how interesting those shots were going to be. And a lot of it did take place in the van, but they decorated it, they made it fun and festive to look at. And not only that, but the dialogue that they were having in the van was actually interesting, and it wasn't all, oh, when are we gonna get to Denver? When are we gonna get to where we need to be? Like, it was all of these people genuinely getting to know each other. And bits of the conversation come back later to become important. Like, sometimes you feel like you're watching a Hallmark movie and they're just saying words to fill time. But in this movie, I actually felt like every single word had a purpose. Also, none of these characters are the same. And I really want to point out the first scene of this movie that characterizes these people so well. Like, just through that first scene, you get such a vibe and such a feel for who each character is. And they literally only had to say a few sentences. I'm just such a little slut for smart and efficient writing. And of course, love and appreciate the diversity in this movie. It's always one of the first things I notice, and I'll always call it out when I see it in Hallmark movies, because even though they've gotten a lot better, they can still get better. Okay, I'm not gonna go into everyone's background, but I'll say that there are themes of adoption, there are themes of death of a child, loss of dreams, mother-child relationships. But the one I do want to touch on really quickly is the Chinese couple. This couple has a son, and the father has been fighting with the son. At the end of the movie, they make up. The father pulls the son into a hug and says, "I'm so proud of you." That is the holy grail of Asian father statements. I'm not entirely sure if the writers knew how both meaningful and rare that statement is when they wrote it, but to hear that in between this father and son in this particular moment, oh my god. It killed me, guys, it killed me. This movie had active, decision-making characters, a very fun generational crossover with the old learning from the young learning from the old, everyone learning from each other and their different life experiences. And yeah, I both laughed and cried. That combination in a Hallmark movie, it's so rare for me. What I will say though is that you kind of have to watch the whole movie to get the full payoff. Like, the last 30 minutes